revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packing, nobody new, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out. Hat on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Austin Desperados. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Ready, flag, all day, baby, all day.
There's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. A huge play there right off the bat. 43 yards on the ground. They had trouble stopping the run last week in a loss, and here it rears its ugly head early.
You're supposed to try and get your confidence going after a loss like that where you gave up big yards running the football. This is not the way to go about it. It looks exactly as it did just a week ago.
Now Winston. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
To throw again on second down. Winston. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Takk McKinley in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Mike, ready, blue ready. Here we go, watch the pass. Watch the pass. Check 52.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down.
Well, not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that too. But it was a crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
S-T-R-O. How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asking my name, huh? You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out in my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the wind. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Austin Desperados. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready? Blue lady. And even. Night, sweetheart.
Jameis now on first down. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Used to have a coach used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Winston, and an alley to run. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Ryan. Big loss here as he's taken down.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after him.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
54, south.
Ryan. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, You've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Jones has it. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on fourth.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difference. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
This is Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Jameis to throw it. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Ryan. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. As his guys are in for 6. And the Falcons push further out in front. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. To throw is Winston. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting into their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
53, Mike, 53. Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Mike. Ready. Black 25. Mike. Army.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Green, 17. 53, easy. 53 at the mic. Exit. Check. Off. Check. 53's Mike. Let's go.
On 3rd down, Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Ready. Blue lady. Wait. Watch it slap. Easy. Hey, easy. Green, 17. Mike 8.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
At the 12-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Touchdown, baby.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Tack McKinley in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Winston. Going for the deep ball. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Man open, and St. Brown has got it. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Now Jones. And he's got room. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing, Winston. Caught by Jones. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run with Foreman. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Ready, white 25, check 53. Here we go, team. Here I come,
The 1st down throw for Winston. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Tack McKinley racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. After the sack on 1st down, Winston, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the 1st half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1.
It's going to be a long.
3rd and long for Winston. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. The 3rd down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There was nothing available there for him. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Rush in. Rush in. 51, Sam.
Ryan. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20.
Let's go, let's go. Wait.
Working out of the gun, Winston. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. 1st down, Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Winston. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
That's good for an Austin.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw, Winston. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll throw again. Winston. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Winston. And, oh, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 20. That's sort of a 2nd quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a 2nd one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the 2nd.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the foot. Ball here, nearly a fourth pick, and it's third down.
Coverage by Keanu Neal.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. On third down, here's an option play left. He may try and run for this. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Falcons grab it. He had the option there, decided to keep it, exposed himself and fumbled it.
Yeah, and you worry about the hits he's going to take in that situation. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he coughs the ball up, as you noted.
Mike 20, blue down. 11. Mike 20. Hey, Zoo. Hey, Mike 20.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their route, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, ball's out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. As the first half is winding down, and the Falcons push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line.
A loss of 1 makes it 3rd and 14.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Watch the flood. Motion,
Now Hundley. Being chased in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that
Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And it'll be 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Second down and goal. Hundley forced out to his left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal.
It's third and goal.
Throwing, Hundley. Flush to his right. And, it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then gets it with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
From the 29, Ryan. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
That's it. Big hit.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Hundley going to throw for it. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the 2nd sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Ryan, 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Brings up 4th
Here's Brian Anger now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
12 yards is the pickup, good for a first down for the Falcons. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. It's brought in by Harris. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Hey, 59, ready.
To throw is Ryan. Going right side here, and that's complete. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
9 yards to go.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Bravo. Yeah. Mike 40. Get your swarm ball. Ready, set. Let him go.
Again, Ryan. And that is incomplete.
But, partner, anytime someone tells me the fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a 3rd down attempt.
Looks like Ryan's going to stay out there. Indeed, they're going to try for this on 4th down.
45 to Mike.
They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. He gets it complete to Harris. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 2nd down, Ryan. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Ryan now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. Freeman a first down and more. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Hauschka with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was trying to find Equanimous St. Brown, but now it's 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch the screen. Hustle, hustle. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take it with.
They'll look to throw here. And an alley to run. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. Man open, and St. Brown has got it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Back now in Austin. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. This is Foreman, draw play. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Taken down back at the 34-yard line.
Again, it's Foreman. And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. They'll drop to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Tack McKinley. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Melvin Ingram. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Now Ryan on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Vernon Hargreaves with a pick. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game. Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. On the defensive side of the ball, that's the definition of frustrated. You get them to 4th down, and then you allow a chunk play like that in the passing game.
Almost felt as if that play was drawn up in the dirt on the sideline. They pulled that from a game plan that wasn't this game, and they still made it work.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. 2nd and 14. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Going up top for Miller. This is caught. Touchdown! Scott Miller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. And that time, he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route, often against the safety. You like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Get in the weight room. 21. 47 Mike. Mike.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Just like that. 4-7's the Mike. 4-7's the Mike. I got one.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is fielded at the 27. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Falcons grab it.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just... took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards is the pickup, good for a 1st down for the Falcons.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Gun.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Able to get there and pick it. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all these interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They're going to look to throw. Dancing to his left. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the 2. He'll look to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. O'Shane Ximines. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he's got Miller. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Hundley now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. They'll set up a throw. He's going to let it fly. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to